day. So even higher rewards if you can ring a poll today.
Yeah, double the money today, hopefully, for those guys.
That's what
and gals.
And gals, yeah. We'll double check on that as we get closer to that, and we're going to send Ted down into the middle of the competition again. And
yeah, that was fun.
Maybe people will get polls with you down there today.
I hope so. I would like to see all of my friends who are competing down there. I'd like to call their names out.
Hey, so we mentioned that today is Kids Day, and starting at 4:30 this morning, kids were treated to a bag of goodies down there by the Main Street stage. And all of this brought to us by Chick-fil-A. Up here on the rooftop studio with us this morning, Ken Searson from Chick-fil-A. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Ken.
Good morning. How are you guys doing?
Hey, we're doing great. How did the giveaway with the kids go down there?
Well, it's still going.
It's still going.
It's pretty incredible. This is our second year sponsoring Kids Day.
Hold that up just there you go.
Sorry,
That's all right.
This is our second year sponsoring Kids Day here at Balloon Fiesta. And this year we've learned a lot from last year, and we've got 4,000 backpacks down on the field. We're handing out to kids 12 and under. It's obviously all the kids are out of school today,
right.
So they're all down there. We're still handing them out. We also have a special treat for the kids this year.
What's that?
We have our whole herd of 7 cows that are down there. All the northern New Mexico Chick-fil-A's have brought their cows out.
Oh, wow.
And so there's a herd of cows down there, and people are taking pictures with them. And we also have one additional special treat for everyone here at Balloon Fiesta this year.
Yeah.
And that is any person that comes onto Balloon Fiesta grounds and opens up their Chick-fil-A app will receive a free sandwich from Chick-fil-A.
All you got to do is open the app?
All you got to do is open your Chick-fil-A app.
I'm doing it right now.
Yeah, you're doing it right now.
You can do it right now.
Give
it
about
about
to do that.
8 to 10 seconds and it'll pop up.
Wow, that's really cool. What is it about getting involved with Balloon Fiesta that works for Chick-fil-A?
I think it's a perfect combination, and the whole balloon environment combined with our Chick-fil-A values of being faithful stewards of all that's entrusted to us and having a positive impact on the community just fits in perfectly with the Chick-fil-A's corporate purpose. The folks that we know here at Balloon Fiesta are just amazing, and we've formed a great relationship, one that we're thinking is going to go on for many, many years.
Excellent.
We're excited about that.
And what's been the reaction? Because the other thing you guys are doing, you have this actual hot air balloon program now going on in a lot of Chick-fil-A's, at least in the Southwest. And how's that going over?
So that's actually pretty incredible. So we've got balloons now. We started in Utah, got our balloon here in Albuquerque. We also now have a balloon in Dallas, Texas, because they got very interested in it. And we're looking at almost 40 markets across the United States now that are showing a lot of interest, and who are we're taking our balloon out to their areas: Seattle, San Antonio, Western Michigan. We're all over now, including this year. Special surprise! It looks like we're going to be at the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl on January 1st in Atlanta, Georgia, at Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Very nice.
So
we take the whole fleet of balloons there?
We're going to take ours from Albuquerque. So our Albuquerque balloon is getting notoriety throughout the country.
Excellent. It's always great to drive around the city and to see the Chick-fil-A balloon up around town, and there's always a crowd around it.
Yeah.
Well, I had the opportunity in Phoenix Market to fly with Kevin Flanagan down there a few years back. And we got in the air, and he says, "Hey, I really need you to take it over one of the restaurants." And I took it right down the drive-through, and just the people in line, it was just so much fun. And then we flew over some construction sites and gave them some free sandwiches and that type of stuff. But as we landed, that balloon brings everybody right there. It was unbelievable.
Well, the thing that we do when we execute a balloon flight is we'll always have these styrofoam carriers that we give to the kids, and we always hand out free sandwiches and all kinds of goodies. This year we have coloring books, Chick-fil-A coloring books with the balloons on it. So there's always a lot of swag that comes along with the balloon that folks tend to enjoy.
So chase the Chick-fil-A balloon.
Chase the Chick-fil-A balloon.
And if you're out here on the field, stop by just south of the Main Street stage and pick up your backpack with all the great Chick-fil-A swag.
And if you're out on the main field, I just did it. Log on to your Chick-fil-A app, and you can get yourself a free sandwich here in the local Albuquerque market, correct?
That's our gift to you.
It's also I think it's also in the official program too, as well, isn't it?
It is on the inside cover of the official program. So if you don't have the Chick-fil-A app, You can simply scan that QR code. It'll bring up the Chick-fil-A app, and you'll get a free sandwich.
Ken, with Chick-fil-A, thanks for joining us here. Thanks for being a great big part of Balloon Fiesta. Look forward to more years working with you guys.
Well, it's definitely our pleasure, and thank you very much for having us on, and it's wonderful to be a part of this.
All right, Ken, we're going to let you get back down there, handing out more backpacks. Ken Searson from Chick-fil-A, the Albuquerque branch here, the northern New Mexico, I think, is what your region is, but representing Chick-fil-A all over. So
Thanks, Ken.
Thanks, Ken.
I can't wait for the sun to come up. I'm going to spot those 7 cows out there.
Well, yeah, but you're going to have all these kids with their little cow ears up there. As well.
I bet you our crack staff at Windfire will be able to spot those cows from one of our camera angles.
We'll be able to do that, I'm sure. What a great deal with Chick-fil-A. We are really excited about having Chick-fil-A with us for the second year. Again, this is Kids Day here at Chick-fil-A, and I think, oh, well, there you go. There you go. We did send Diane down to check out the giveaway part of this Kids Day with Chick-fil-A. So let's go down and see what kind of herding is going on down there with Diane Kinderwater. Diane?
We're mooing moo. I don't know. We have a cow here representing Eat More Chicken with Chick-fil-A. Of course, this is Kids Day presented by Chick-fil-A. Nice bow. We're taking a bow. And they are giving away this nice, I love string bags. They're giving away string bag. Can you help me show what we have here, Mr. Cow? We've got a Eatin' Chicken, Eat More Chicken. We've got, some nice Cheerios. Thank you. What a nice grab bag this is. Oh, here's a coloring book. Can't have too many coloring books. We've got some balloon cards. Very nice. And there are a line of kids. Oh, there's more. Look at this. A juice. A little, what is, wow. Be our guest at Chick-fil-A.
DOC that everybody can redeem at any of the stores in northern New Mexico. So you just go to any Chick-fil-A, you just present this to the register or drive through, and they just give your kids a free kids meal.
Free kids meal. Well, what age do you have to be to get a free kids meal? Okay, I'm gonna stick this one in there for me later. The coloring book, maybe I don't need, but that coupon is pretty good. And then we have, a nice coloring book, coloring picture of the Balloon Fiesta, plus the nice string bag. Okay, Mr. Cow, Mr. Eat More Chicken, thank you. Are you gonna dance for us? We're gonna all dance.
All righty.
Always a kid at heart, Miss Diane Kinderwater out on the field. I had an idea that she was going to do something like that, but hey.
You know, Ken said it would be like 8 to 10 seconds. As soon as I opened my app, there it was.
Yes.
Yep, a reward from Albuquerque. Enjoy this reward on us. Balloon Fiesta, Chick-fil-A sandwich. And it's now in my rewards. That's really cool. I knew that they were in the program. I saw an early proof of the program. They're right on the inside cover with that. And I thought, well, that's really cool that they're doing that. But to be able to just have it pop up in the app. So, and I always thought that when the pandemic hit, it was really interesting to watch how businesses responded to things being shut down and quarantines and all that other kind of stuff. And I thought Chick-fil-A was one of the ones that just literally attacked that and picked it up and responded quickly.
Oh, yeah.
A sign of a quality business. And so we really appreciate the time and the efforts to work with Chick-fil-A here on Kids Day at Balloon Fiesta. We continue to watch our Dawn Patrol balloons standing up. Looks like they've kind of stood up in that little diamond format again.
Going to go in a cluster again, as you mentioned yesterday.
So
looks like that's Chuck Schick, and then we have Matthew Grote right behind him, and to the right,
in fact,
Greg
there goes
Paluzzi.
Chuck.
Yep, there he goes. Tim Taylor to the left here in that wavy American balloon, American flag balloon.
So while they lined up in that kind of diamond cluster format,
they fooled us again.
Yeah, that or they're just not listening.
Actually, I got a note from Matt Grote last night telling us how much they appreciated our coverage of the Dawn Patrol show.
Well, great.
And again, not really a show today, right? Like they would do during the Mass Ascension.
Right.
But we have so this is a mini show for our mini Mass Ascension.
There's Tim going off
Yes.
the left-hand side. Greg Lindsay with the cactus. That's floating Oasis. And that's Matt on the far right-hand side getting airborne. And like pretty much every single morning this year, we lift off the field and we drift slightly to the southwest. And then I think every morning except yesterday, they managed to find some sort of a box to be able to come back around.
They did initially in the morning, but then again, those weather conditions continued to change through the morning. Again, we're going to head out to pilot's briefing here in a little bit, but I have been getting updates since my alarm clock went off this morning from Brad Tiemeyer and his team. A lot of the same models are building as they were yesterday. It seems though the most recent one that I had received from them, that small little layer we were talking about before we went on air, has actually increased to about 4 knots to come back to the north. So we will see what they bring us when they bring us weather at the pilot's briefing.
That first one off the field was actually Rick Jones in Polar Dawn. Behind Tim Taylor in his red, white, and blue balloon, that's where Chuck Schick is. So Chuck has the multicolor spiral. Chuck's balloon, too good looking. You'd think we'd remember that. And of course the marker lights, because balloons are aircraft. Federally licensed aircraft, which means we have to fly by all the rules. And if you fly before sunrise or after sunset, you must have marker lights.
Because they're not lighting up all the time like Greg Lindsay's doing right there. It's only when they are putting that hot air in to gain altitude. As Greg goes right over the top of the rooftop studios.
And the lights are white. The lights are white because you would be approaching the balloon. If you see the light, you're approaching it, and that's the color scheme for aircraft. White lights means you're coming up on another aircraft. So it is time for weather at the Pilot's Briefing Tower. So let's check in with Pilot's Briefing and probably Brad Tiemeyer and find out what's happening.
Aurora tonight, though, I think it's going to be more contained off further to the north. With that said, though, high pressure is still dominating across the region, so we're still looking at great flyable conditions. Here locally, what we're seeing is a temperature of 51 degrees up in Santa Fe, 57 down at Sunport, so it's possible that you could see a little bit of acceleration in the drainage here over the next hour or so, right? Peaking somewhere near sunrise and then decreasing thereafter. Speaking of the drainage, it has knocked the temperature back quite a bit. We have the coldest start to the morning so far, running temperatures right near 50 degrees or even just a little bit below that. Once you get over towards the Rio Grande, you'll notice it gets even colder. And where it's even colder, I would expect that funneling to be just that much stronger. So if you are able to box or even find your way over towards the river valley, there may be winds that are just a little bit stronger just above the surface there than where you're at further out, either to the east or to the south. Speaking of that, when you're headed to the south this morning, I was talking with Troy Bradley and some of the other locals on ways to fly this area, especially when you're headed towards the city. And they said that once you get past about Topgolf or the Renaissance area, that the winds actually slow up as you're headed further south towards Albuquerque Sunport. So just be aware of that, even though I know a lot of times I come from the Midwest, and when I was flying and the winds were picking up, it was an idea of, oh, it's time to get down type thing, where here you've got so many effects of the local terrain driving those wind speeds. So given that that's the case, you can fly south, things open up, there's a lot of landing spots out there, so don't be shy to do that today. One thing that I wanted to point out, we decided to do something new and run some trajectories for you guys, just to kind of show where you're at. So this is a trajectory earlier this morning off the European model, and it showed if you stayed right at the surface layer, you would head down towards the Renaissance area, but land just to the east of I-25. if you have just a little bit of altitude, so this green trajectory here is right around 1,000 feet, it would take you right towards that I-40, I-25 interchange. So anyway, the point is that you're going to have a similar path as what you had yesterday, but I think that right now what we're seeing in the profiler is that the speeds are more confined to like the 400 to 600 feet and above. If that stays up there, then the winds will stay lighter in the near surface layer. Okay, I failed to go over the observations from around the area, so here's what we've got. Albuquerque Sunport, 57 degrees, dew point 23, relative humidity 26%. Barometric pressure is on the rise at 30.32 inches of mercury, and the wind was 020 at 9 knots. Over at Double Eagle, it was 48 degrees, dew point 16, relative humidity of 27%. Barometric pressure was rising there as well at 30.34 inches of mercury. They were reporting an unrestricted visibility, sky clear, and a variable wind at 3 knots. So I want to pull this up. The profiler is having some discrepancy problems with the wind direction. So it's just in the LiDAR data. Hang on. There we go. I need 2 hands to do that. So it's just in the LiDAR data, which is confined to the lowest 1,000 feet. The direction is not correct. So I just wanted to pull up the wind speed so you can see what's going on. We've got that layer right in the near surface layer, generally running around 2 to 4 knots is what we've seen here in terms of observations right at the surface. Then it increases once you get aloft up to that 10 to 15 layer. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if you see a slight uptick in the winds here right towards sunrise, and then that will gradually decrease as the morning goes on. If that layer stays up, we could see wind speeds increase slightly, especially here at Balloon Fiesta Park locally. But if you get further south, we've seen all throughout the week that winds have remained very light outside of Balloon Fiesta Park. So if you're landing here for the comps, closer to 5 to 8 mile per hour is where I'm expecting it, maybe up to a gust here and there to 10. If you get out further to the south, I would expect winds generally to be 3 to 5 knots or maybe even less than that. In terms of the TAFs, what we've got is Albuquerque Sunport is looking at 360 at 5 knots, visibility unrestricted, sky condition clear. And then after 11 o'clock this morning, they go variable 6 knots, visibility unrestricted, and a few 25,000. Similar over at Double Eagle with 350 at 5 knots, visibility greater than 6 miles, and few 25,000. And then after 2 o'clock, they have the wind switching out of the south, 6 knots, visibility greater than 6 miles, and few 13,000 scattered 25,000. I know I talked about the cold temperatures this morning, but we are looking at near record highs again today. So density altitude is 6,100 feet currently, 6,100 feet. So just be aware of that and how that affects your balloon equipment. And then the record high temperature today is 88, set back in 1979, and we're going to be near that today. So it looks like a pretty good morning. Like I mentioned, we just got that speed layer. Above 1,000 feet, we don't have a lot of speed, and you'll see that in the profiler there that I pulled up. And so I think the directions should be somewhat variable up there. So you could have some sort of flavor of a box, but I think it would be somewhat inconsistent. And like I mentioned, those speeds are much slower, so you'd have to spend a lot more time up there to try to actually box back to the field. But it is possible if you're able to find the right layer. I think the wind directions, especially above 1,000 feet, are going to be fairly inconsistent. Okay, with that, I have Isaac Drennan on the back of the tower helping us out with the pry ball here this morning. Do I have a launch director in the area to launch? Give Isaac permission to launch.
And with the launch of the pie ball, we'll watch it go into the sky. Always love that they put a little glow stick on it so that we can actually watch it actually go up. Of course, we've got it here, and there's Dawn Patrol, which we've taken a look at, and they are just kind of hanging out there. We heard Brad just towards the end of the briefing there say things slow down tremendously once you get to 1,000 feet. And you just took a peek, and there's Dawn Patrol just hanging there.
Yeah, I went behind the stage over here while he was talking, and I was looking, and I said they're about Paseo del Norte area, about 1,000 feet up. I came back, and Brad says they kind of stall out at 1,000 feet, so he's dead on.
Yep.
Yep. There seemed to be a little bit of a westerly pattern, but very, very slow the last weather we looked at. When it does start to turn, it's under 2 knots. And so in a balloon, that's going to be really slow as you go. And I know these guys want to move around, especially when you're around 500 of your favorite friends.
So this is looking down at Pilot's Briefing, the same camera that we saw Brad T-Meyer and Henry Rosenbaum, our balloon meister, on. Now we've turned the camera around, and now we're taking a look at all the pilots. You see all those kind of tan, they almost have an orange tint to them. Those are all jackets that we have given to the pilots this year. There's our buddy Ron Sanchez.
Yes,
going
right
out
down
of
the
the
bottom.
lower left. I saw a few others that I recognized.
I saw Mike Bertetto, who was yawning. So we'll talk about this. You know, we're halfway through the event at this point, and people don't realize this is a grueling activity being a pilot. You're up early mornings. You do those double days if you're doing glows at night. You really have to pace yourself, and we're a mile high, so not all pilots live here in Albuquerque. They may come from somewhere else, and they make sure they're hydrated. And as a safety official the last couple of years, I was the one that was able to give the talk midway through about, hey, let's just reset ourselves, and let's make sure we know what we're doing, and we're still continuing to be safe. So I know these guys are out there doing that, but it does get tired and grueling, and you know, we still have the event today, the event tonight, event tomorrow morning, event tomorrow night, and an event on Sunday. That's a lot of activities. Most of us usually only fly once or twice a week. We're not those ride pilots operating all,
Every
7 days
day.
a week. Yeah. And your crews get tired too. And the other thing is that your crews are interchanging out here because they all have jobs. You know, this is all volunteer stuff. We don't all get the time off to be able to go and balloon all the time for these 9 days in October.
Nice if you can do it, but
Yeah.
you're right, you can't always make it happen.
So as a pilot in command, you know, you're constantly switching out your crews, so you have to know the idiosyncrasies of what every single person out there is willing to bring to you and give to you, and know who you can trust on the crown or on the fan or so on and so forth. And there's a Dawn Patrol, again, probably around the Paseo area, headed towards Osuna at this point, and just going slow as they go.
A lot of people actually do take their vacation and come out, but the other part of this is that a number of pilots come here, and they come here without crew because their regular crew is working, can't travel for whatever reason. And so we have a lot of volunteer crew, and we recruit those throughout the year so that they are here to help out. But a lot of times they're new, although they get hooked the first year, and they tend to come back year after year after year. There's an entire RV group that comes every year now, and they crew for about 30 or 40 balloons, I think, these days. Their RV group has gotten big enough to provide that kind of crew. So it's always nice to be able to see experienced people come back every single year when you go to a place that's not home.
Right, and as pilots, we appreciate all the help that you're able to provide, but again, is the stories that we tell as pilots, you know, at post-flight, all of our pre-flight activities, all we have checklists, we kind of all do our own different things, and we become, you know, when you're part of a crew, I know you've crewed for many, many years with Peter and Barbara, they really rely on, you know, their people that have been around a long time because they know exactly what Art's going to provide to them, or they know exactly what Bobby's going to provide to them.
Yeah.
When you start mixing in other people, it just becomes a little bit, you know, different, and you are, as the pilot in command, not only in charge of your balloon and your aircraft, but your crew as well.
To just illustrate that point, we were up in Gunnison, Colorado over the 4th of July this past
That's
year.
a great rally, isn't it?
It's great fun. It's only about 12 or 13 balloons up there, and we have 2 of them. And so Barbara, Peter, and I were all at pilot briefing. When we got back to where the balloon was, our crew literally had one of the balloons ready to go cold inflated, and the other one was very close, and they were still working on it. So they basically did all the setups. We did the final checklists and all that kind of stuff before we flew. But yeah, they were able to put it all together for us. And yeah, that's what comes from having regular crew who is out there with you time after time after time after time. We always welcome newbies, and we've talked about this up here before. One of the great things about being a pilot is to get a new crew member, take somebody for their first flight, and to re-experience the first flight through them.
Well, and talking about that, the young man we had come in, Drew from Pennsylvania, guess what he's doing today?
Is he crewing today? Because he flew yesterday,
he's
right?
He's earning his flight. He is crewing not today, but tomorrow and through the duration. So, you know, that's how you earn your flights out here at Balloon Fiesta.
So he's got to work for it now.
He's got to work for it,
He got the flight, now he's got to pay it back.
He's paying the piper.
Excellent, excellent.
Or I guess Fred would say the piper. Right?
The piper. Yeah, good old PH Fred. Yeah, it would be PH Piper. Yes. Yep. That's good. That's good. Because the other thing is, you miss a lot of the crewing when you're in the balloon. My wife Bobby likes to say, I enjoy being on the ground crewing more than she necessarily likes to go for the flight. She loves the flights too, but you know, the crew gets to have their own camaraderie down there as they're figuring out, do we go this way, do we go that way? And when you're not having those discussions, you're just having a good time with each other.
Oh yeah, I mean, some of the days again, when I come out here, when we're not flying Fiesta, I'll just call some local pilots and say, hey, can I just come out and crew? And, you know, they love to have people who are experienced to come out.
Sure.
And my goal is I want to be there before they land.
Right.
Yeah. Not too long ago, the Quad A president, Will Wadsworth, he got his check ride with Beth Wright Smith. And his mother came to me and said, well, if you're going to chase, you need a radio. And I said, no, I don't really need a radio. She, oh, you're going to need a radio. Well, he did his hour flight, and I was there first when they landed, and all the people at the radio were like 15 minutes late. And they're like, how did you do that? I said, look, I grew up chasing balloons. It's like, you know, it's like
before
smelling the bacon in the morning.
Radios.
Yes, before there were. Yes,
used.
yes. Yeah. And I believe that made myself become a better pilot, because then I knew what they were doing in the air, what their thoughts were, you know, and you have to know the terrain. So that changed when I moved to Pennsylvania. That's a whole different ball of wax up there.
Got to learn the area and how all that works. I always joke it's kind of like reading the mind of the pilot.
Yeah.
But it's really more that you're kind of flying the balloon, and if you were flying, you're on the ground and you're thinking, okay, so he's going this way at this speed. So the landing areas out there are going to be here, here, and here. But when he comes down, it's going to do this, which means I need to be looking at these landing sites. And so you get there. I tell people, yeah, you chase the balloon until the last few minutes when you get ahead of it so that you can catch it.
Well, and it's easier here when you have, you know, 500 of your closest friends flying.
Well, yeah.
It becomes more difficult when there's just you out there. Yeah.
You have nobody else to go to school on.
Correct. Well, we're having people from all over the world again. I have
probably
some
time
folks
to check in with our folks on
Western Canada, New Jersey. I have one here from my dear cousin Susie. Good morning,
Hi, Susie.
Good morning. She's right here in Albuquerque.
All right.
Glad you're watching.
Yeah, let's see. Fort Worth, Texas, Longview, and Oklahoma, the Netherlands. Steve says the burn last night was cool. That was a very nice balloon glodio, technically, that we had last night. And of course, you can go back and watch it because it's archived. It's on the balloonfiesta.com webpage. You can go back and relive that. You can go back and watch all of our shows for the last 7.5 years. And by the way, if you wanted to comment and let us know, and other folks at Balloon Fiesta, what you think about Balloon Fiesta Live, our coverage, send us an email if you would, please. The address is balloons@balloonfiesta.com. Very simple, balloons@balloonfiesta.com. We would love to hear what you think of our broadcast, our coverage. If you have suggestions or positive, constructive criticism, we'll take that too. Again, the email address, balloons@balloonfiesta.com. We'd love to hear from you.
I've always been told feedback is a gift.
And an important one.
Yes. Good morning, Ames, Iowa. Let's see what else we have here. This is on the Facebook feed. Martinez, Georgia. Peoria, Arizona.
Some go Dr. Bill Bussey and Balloon 31. We've seen him at the target a couple of times
Yes, we
this
have.
week.
Yes, we have.
And we do have more competition coming up later this morning. And someone was asking about that. So yeah, we kind of got everything today. We have this mini mass ascension with 300 balloons out of here. We already had Dawn Patrol. They're up and flying. In fact, there they are. We're going to stand up a whole bunch of special shapes. They will have the opportunity to fly or not this morning. And we'll have competition. And if that's not enough, we've got a Glodio tonight with fireworks and another drone show and Team Fast Tracks.
Yeah.
So it is a very full day here at Balloon Fiesta as we wind up the weekdays, but still got a whole weekend to go.
Good morning to our friends in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, my neighbors to the east. We have Oregon. Let's see what else we got here.
Yeah, conversation going on with Kevin Osborne. Kevin is the pilot of the balloon who has managed to be the last balloon to the target each day. And so he and his young son Griffith were up here after the show last night and had a great opportunity to chat with them. So Kevin is kind of explaining to folks about the fact that he flies a fantasy balloon. That doesn't mean it's kind of a figment of anything. It was an actual manufacturer of balloons that don't make them anymore, but the balloons are still out there. Yes, Robin, special shape rodeo this morning. We're going to fly and stand up special shapes. Robin, another Robin is in from the Netherlands. And yep, good morning. The Netherlands again, yes. Good deal. Let's see. Oh, yes. And John has moved the feed to his TV from his phone.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yep, that's always, that's good deals.
People down in Louisiana are saying it's cold down there. It is actually, they asked if it was cold in Albuquerque. Brad Tiemeyer said on our weather that it is the coldest day yet for Fiesta this year.
Uh-huh.
I didn't feel that. I thought the other day was a little colder, but we had a little bit brisker wind before.
Yeah.
That little drainage started earlier.
But I did kind of pay a little attention to that. I am wearing a slightly heavier jacket today.
Yes, you are.
We won't tell them what it says on the back, but because it's, yeah. But it's, and it feels just perfect. So Louisiana's here. The Balloon Discovery Center is watching again this morning. So good morning again to the Balloon Discovery Center. And, oh, you know, the Ontario was telling us the Northern Lights were really intense and crazy green, red, and blue last night. But people, we were taking pictures of the Northern Lights from right here on the rooftop studio last night.
We were. It was incredible. And then when I was able to leave the field and head back up towards where I'm staying, up there, I had to cross on Tramway Road right through the San Diego Pueblo area. I got a phenomenal shot of the Sandia Mountains in the front, in the foreground,
yes,
with the Northern Lights. It was great. My son sent me some pictures from Pennsylvania that were pretty incredible, and he actually said this morning on here he can't wait for tonight because he really is waiting for the pulse glow again.
Oh, the pulse glow.
Yeah, Tyler really liked the pulse glow.
Yeah, that was kind of a new one for me. And a couple of years ago, they asked me to start calling the glows here. It used to be called by the assistant balloon master. They would decide what kind of birds to do. But they're a little more busy in trying to watch and see what's going on, so they just said, why don't you just do it? And so I've been having fun with that, and we kind of make up different types of glows. So if you're around the area, we'd love to see you out here tonight and for you to experience and witness firsthand our Glodio with all burns and flicker burns and now pulse burns.
Along with all sorts of animals and aliens, and
we just kind of mix and match, so it doesn't get boring. As it's always great fun, and it's hard to get boring, but we just keep it mix and match. And make sure that you bring your phone charged, because you're going to want to take pictures, you're going to want to take videos, and we'll ask you to participate with the flashlight or the lighted screen on your cell phone when you're out here tonight for the glow. Yeah, some more folks talking about the Northern Lights. And Keith Berry says, it's great to watch you guys life-size on the wall. Thanks, glad to hear that, Keith. Hope you're doing well. Got to see Keith in Plano a couple of weeks ago. And yeah, he thinks the pulse glow was good. Nancy is saying hello to my fellow navigators. And the Colorado Springs. Oh, from Colorado Springs, they're watching from the Renaissance Costco. All right, good deal.
So we're looking over at the status flag, and there isn't one.
There is none.
Which tells me
we're getting ready to change it.
Yes, something's going to happen.
Kind of take something down before you can put something else back up.
And I said, you know, being on the flight safety team the last couple of years, the coolest thing is that when they do get ready to go green, we find just any kid in the crowd down there and bring them over, and we let them raise the flag.
Well, any special kid.
Well, any kid,
because that makes them special.
Yeah. So.
Hey, good time to point out there is the Main Street stage, and right next to it, that tall scissor lift, that is our camera on the east side of the field. So just one of our, I've lost count of how many cameras, because Gary keeps adding more cameras to
7, 8, 9, 10. He's going to shock us. We'll have 4 more by the end of the Fiesta.
Yeah, we've got one on there. Look
there. He is.
We've got one on the north end. We've got two on the south end. Yeah, that's it. Wave at us. We've got one over there on the west side that we showed you in pilots briefing, and yeah, and then of course the one that we're looking at, the scissor lift over on the east side. Then we have two mobile cameras. One is out there with Diane Kinderwater as she continues to check in with folks. The other one we'll be putting in the Nevada Battleboard balloon with Pat Irwin this morning. And he's flying competition today.
Yes, and hopefully he flies right to one of the poles where I'm at down there, calling all the competition at today's 52nd annual
Speaking of
Albuquerque
special
International.
kids, look there.
Oh, yeah.
There he is. Yep. And more of them waving. It is Kids Day here at the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta. They're all waving at us.
Yep.
Good deal. So
We're just waiting for the status flag to be shown.
and the sun to come up. Because while Dawn Patrol flies before the sun comes up and they take the marker lights, the rest of us all fly at sunrise. We get a waiver to be able to go up a few minutes before sunrise here at Balloon Fiesta. But it's even then, you know, just like with sunset, the sunset goes down at a certain time and you got light for 30 minutes. In the morning, you have light for about 30 minutes before it's officially sunrise.
There's our balloon of the day, Chick-fil-A, flown by Craig Kennedy. At least I think Craig's flying today. We didn't get any other text saying that he wasn't. And you can see the ride balloons getting ready to be prepared right behind him in that row after the balloon of the day launches with the American flag.
Good
We're still
morning,
waiting to see what the status flag is going to
everybody.
show us, but I have an idea it's going to be
Happy Friday. Thank you for hanging out with Bayou Man Gaming this morning. We're just going to have a little fun lift off. I think it's just going to be me and Chips tonight or this morning.
right.
That
is correct.
We had a fabulous, awesome, epic competition flight last night. Washington, D.C. A lot of great pilots came very close to the monument. Myself included, came pretty much the top two. So that was actually, I got close both times yesterday. So we're just going to be flying today. We got Chips over there. And yeah, I won't be flying tonight. Chips will be, so you can hang out with him on his YouTube channel at Joe Chips.
And in the center is the balloon, and one side is red.
I have dance performances to do tonight, tomorrow night. I will be back Sunday night. I'm here every morning still, so. But yeah, we're gonna get ready to take off here in a little bit, and then we'll have a good little flight.
And one of the many partnerships that, you know, the late Scott Appleman put together with Rainbow Rider, his legacy will continue to go on. And we continue to remember Scott and everything he's done, not only just for his organization, Rainbow Riders, but the Balloon Fiesta and the entire ballooning community.
So, yeah, speaking of as well as some activity down here on row A with our first row of
Still 30 minutes.
yeah, but we'll get the national anthem off.
But what a
At
great shot of Sandia Mountain.
7 o'clock, and we've got a special flyover today. And here on the rooftop studio, this is Kids Day. We have some folks up here. Some, I don't know, I wouldn't call them kids.
Right, we're kind of
Guys.
like radio
Morning. Hey,
show
hold
host
that up close to
almost,
your
huh?
mouth there. Tell us who you
It's
are.
Bayou Man in the morning. Come game with me. So stupid.
Rio Grande Balloon Camp back in 2019.
Who else?
All right, hi, I'm Kennedy. I went to the Reno Tahoe Balloon Camp in 2024, and it was actually my first time going through balloon camp.
Great. And?
I'm Echo, and I attended the High Sierra Balloon Camp this year and last year.
Wow. So, balloon camp. All three of you have been to balloon camp. What the heck is balloon camp?
Okay, so balloon camp is here to help kids learn how to fly balloons and just in general learn everything that you need to know about balloons.
Balloon camp also creates a connection between all of the kids. I mean, I've never even been to camp with these kids, and I still like invested in her. I met her a couple years ago, and we all know each other. We're all the balloon camp kids. We run around and we know each other from all across the country, and it creates this lifetime connection where we form bonds over our shared love of the sport.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit more some of the activities that happen at balloon camp.
Some of the activities that you'll see at balloon camp are, we have pilots that actually lend their time and their balloons to allow the students to fly them and actually fly a real balloon.
Like
which
pull on the vent and
pull
hit
on
the
the vent,
burner and all that
use the
stuff?
burner. It is everything, and a lot of the times the pilots will just sit back, make sure everything's going okay.
Yeah, so because you're basically a student pilot at that point, they're still like an instructor to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you get involved in balloon
Gotta
camp?
go lay down. I'm live right now.
Echo, you want to take that one?
Yeah. So how do you get involved in balloon camp?
Yeah, balloon camping is a thing.
Literally, you just join. You don't have to know anything about balloons, been around the balloons, touch the balloons before, and you will still have an amazing time and you won't feel left behind or anything. Just register and have fun.
And it's put together by the BFA,
Yep, BFA.
the Balloon Federation of America.
So I have a question. So how old were each of you, still our kids, how old were each of you when you got involved in ballooning or had the passion for ballooning? Yeah.
Well, I've been crewing here at Balloon Fiesta my entire life. And I went to balloon camp at 13 years old. And I have my license, and a couple kids in my camp have gotten their license since. And I got my license at 17 years old. And, well,
So I have been in this since my entire life. I've been crewing my entire life, and then I actually joined balloon camp at 14, and I'm working on getting my license.
Excellent. Echo?
so I've been crewing for balloons for like 6 years now. And I did balloon camp when I was 15. And I have my student pilot license and my own balloon now.
Wow. Well, you know, I wish they had a balloon camp when I was around, but
That would have been cool.
yeah, it would have been cool. But you know, the BFA youth camps, let your dreams take flight is what your guys' moniker is. It's for teens 13 to 17. There's 6 days and 5 nights. You don't need any experience, correct? You guys said that before. And learn to grow and create lifelong friendships. And I have to tell you a little story about me. I grew up in Albuquerque, and I've been to every balloon fiesta since the very first one as a 3-year-old. And I have a lifelong friend. I went to S.Y. Jackson Elementary School up in the Heights. We used to watch balloons land in the playground. And to this day, myself and Lachelle Pete, I don't know if you know who Lachelle is, we still connect and hang out and fly balloons together. So lifelong friendships. I wish you guys the best. I think it's fantastic. Ballooning is just a huge family.
It is, and balloon camp adds just so much. So thanks, Kristen, Kennedy, and Echo for coming up here and talking about the youth balloon camp. And I guess we'll be seeing you, some of you there, whether you're students again or whether you're counselors going forward, right? Yep. All right. Thanks for coming up and talking about balloon camp. You can register for balloon camp at the BFA.net website starting in about March.
Yep. Thanks, ladies.
Thanks, gals. Appreciate it. What a great deal that is.
Awesome. Again, I'm jealous. I wish that there was a balloon camp when I was young.
Yeah.
My balloon camp was a week to the Victoria instead of donut.
So, yep.
Yeah.
So we kind of have a string of folks coming through here.
We do.
As being here at Chick-fil-A Kids Day, presented by Chick-fil-A at the Balloon Fiesta. As part of the extra activities, as Craig Kennedy stands up the Chick-fil-A balloon for us. As part of our national anthem this morning, we're also expecting a flyover from the U.S. Air Force.
Yep.
Movies.
Okay.
So they do a lot of rescue missions and support folks on the ground as well. And then you're going to have the Huey, which is your Vietnam-era helicopter-style looking thing.
Okay.
Right? So they do a lot of missile field protection, right? Supporting the folks that are out there. And then they also fly out of the District of Washington doing presidential support as well. And then the CV-22 is another special operations.
They always
aircraft.
come above me
All
when
right.
I'm going. Like,
We're going to watch
streaming
for
and
that.
stuff.
We
Trying to do
are
something.
just about 10 minutes away from the flyover and our national anthem. We'll let you get back to that. Master Sergeant, thanks for joining us. Telling us what we're going to see in just a few minutes at Balloon Fiesta.
Absolutely. Thanks for
Hey,
having us.
have a great morning.
You bet. We'll watch for that. Again, that's going to be as part of the national anthem. And Chick-fil-A is now standing up.
We just got a shot of what color flag is out there, and we
Oh,
were
did we?
right. It's going to be green.
It is
Gre-
Christmas.
The green flag is up at Fiesta Field at the 52nd Annual Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta, powered by ExxonMobil.
I had to turn
You know,
my
you talk about all the different people that come out here and support this event.
my
We
basket
were mentioning
to where
hat.
the winds are
One of
heading.
our
Yeah, the one
chief,
you
So I'm
got.
not having
one
a
of-
fight
one of the
over
chief
my
safety
passengers.
officials, Dale Patton, who resides in Georgia, he actually is 130Js when they come off the assembly line. So not only is he a balloon pilot, but he's out there flying these massive planes and testing them as they come
So
off the assembly
we are
line.
going to do another
Lockheed Martin.
competition.
I always knew that he was involved in
This
I thought he
Sunday
was in some sort of
morning
testing
and
program, but I
evening
didn't know exactly
at
what
Dover,
We did
Delaware.
have a conversation
They got a
with him,
perfect.
this
It's
morning,
right by the
or,
racetrack.
yesterday
They
morning
got
as well,
nice
and,
field next to it, but it's
he was
perfect.
talking about,
So
asking me
I'm
how
gonna
I
finish
thought you
making
were
that
doing.
flyer, and I'm
Because you
gonna
actually
share
had a
it, share it with your
conversation
people
down
too,
there,
and tell them to share it,
area this
and see if we can break a record again
Yesterday,
there.
yeah.
He's been tasked with
Last night
setting off
was
the
freaking
smoke.
sweet.
Tells everybody on your balloon, and all of a sudden you see the smoke down there. That's the visual clue that you didn't get to the target in time, or if you did, and you've gone beyond the target, you say, "Yes, I made it
Yes.
before the smoke." Yeah.
And we only had one yesterday that just came in a little too late.
Yep. But then there's Kevin Osborne, who sneaks in within the last 2 minutes.
He's
of
always
the
there at
window.
the end.
He is.
That buzzer,
You know,
that buzzer beater.
I actually asked him about that last night when he was up here after the show. And Kevin was telling me that he kind of, since this is his first year at Balloon Fiesta, he's still kind of learning about where to launch and all those types of things. So he kind of follows his uncle around, Dwayne Osborne, who's been here numerous times. Sometimes his uncle is kind of, oh, no, I'm going to go here. No, maybe I'm going to go here. And so there's a lot of indecision on where to actually take off from.
Right.
So we're still about 6 minutes away from our national anthem. Let's quickly go down to Diane and see what she has found for us.
Well, I'm still looking at this Chick-fil-A bags. The cereal is gone, but the toothbrush is left. You're not going to brush your teeth on the field, are you? How is the cereal? What do you think about the bag? What's your name?
Mariah.
Mariah. Can you tell me what's in this bag?
I don't know.
You don't know. A lot of fun things. Mom, come out with the kids.
Yes, we're here. We're from Albuquerque and enjoying our time.
Okay. We have a big kid here. Come on, big kid. You want to show me your cow ears? You can put them on. What's your name?
Zachariah. 12.
12.
I do
He's
look
a
like
tall 12-year-old.
look
He
like
must
he's
be
fucking
eating
18.
a lot of Chick-fil-A.
Yep.
What do you like about
How many boards there? And different
He's
varieties.
eating more Chick-fil-A.
How many times have you come in your 12 years?
2 times, right?
Few times. Okay, put this in your pocket. You know it's important to brush after you eat that Chick-fil-A. Honey, what do you have? Cereal? You didn't have yours yet? When are you going to eat yours?
Probably when we get to the house.
Thank you. What a lovely family you have. Okay, everybody go. What do chickens do? How do they say? Moo? Moo?
Moo. Oh, she's funny as hell, dude. She's funny as hell.
There between chickens and that.
It takes some
Other
growing,
meat.
growing on you,
But,
but
yeah,
she's-
eat more
she's
chicken.
a
Eat more
character.
chicken.
Eat more chicken. So Tristan McLean has stood up the ExxonMobil balloon. The white and blue balloon you're seeing on the screen, that's the Intel balloon. The red and yellow one is the Zia balloon from the McConnell family, carrying the banner for TLC Plumbing and Heating. We're seeing there a number of our white balloons, right kind of standing up in the middle, the Indian Pueblo Cultural Center, the one that's actually burning for us. Way off on the left-hand side, there's the Aggie balloon kind of squeezed in there. There's Tristan and ExxonMobil. We'll watch when he takes off for the tip of the cowboy hat. He's done that right on cue for us so
Every
far.
single time. And you like that Aggie balloon shot, I know.
I know.
Because it gives you that perspective of how big those ride balloons are as opposed to what a normal every weekend, every day balloon is people fly.
The Aggie balloon is not small.
No.
It's the regular size, so it really does show you that. What's really interesting, one year we actually put a little hopper balloon that was about 56,000 cubic feet. We put that out there next to these 235 or 250,000 cubic feet balloons, and you really see the difference there.
I think I showed you a picture that I had on my camera roll. We talked about the big one that Sid Cutter had, and there was a small little, I think 65,000 cubic foot balloon in front of that, and it just was massive. You could fit, what is it, 6 of those inside of the big one.
Yeah.
That's a lot of chicken too.
It is. Hey, and that little green thing at the bottom of ExxonMobil, that's our Snowbird, one of our into Snowbird. We're just waiting for word as the clock ticks down. Try and coordinate this not only with the Main Street stage announcer, but with the balloon of the day, with our Air Force flyover, moving parts here that we want to time it all out for you very nicely.
Yeah, you had asked me about what people thought, how I was doing. I did not know what to expect coming up here on the rooftop studio with you. And it's been a learning experience. You know, I learned how to fly a balloon. Now I'm learning how to do a television production. You have people talking in your ear. You're not sure who's talking. You're trying to clap sometimes. It's something that you just got to get used to. And I'm really liking this new perspective and hopefully giving everyone out there on the air and online the good knowledge that you need to learn about ballooning in Albuquerque, because that is one thing that I do miss.
Well, great feedback so far. If you have feedback for us, you can send us an email at balloons@balloonfiesta.com. Balloons@balloonfiesta.com. We'd love to hear what you think of Balloon Fiesta Live. In fact, you can send to that address anything about Balloon Fiesta. That is the place to let us know what you think. And while we do some surveys of people here on the field, those of you who are watching across the world, there's the address. Email us. In fact, you can email us any single time.
All right.
Balloons@balloonfiesta.com. We'd love to hear from you. And appreciate you taking the time to do that. Down here in the front row, Intel standing up. Andrew Brindley flying Intel for us. I see Xfinity farther over on the east side, as well as our Coca-Cola balloon. Steve Mitchell flying Coca-Cola for us.
And there's Tristan McLean, the ExxonMobil, with Snowbird. And you know, normally Don Edwards is flying the Snowbird balloon, but this year it's Michael Johnson from Mitchell, Nebraska, and Tommy McConnell right there to the left of Tristan.
So we are at the 2-minute mark, and so that all of this times nicely, let's go ahead and pick up the public address announcer, Mr. Bill Royal.
With our national anthem, the Albuquerque Girl Choir.
For the
helicopters, the heavy aircraft, the power sound of those with our national anthem, and then kind of following them out, Craig Kennedy and the Chick-fil-A balloon.
Yes. I'm sure we'll get the wave from Craig as he comes over the rooftop studios, wearing his ears.
And we're off, ladies and gentlemen.
He had the ears on. A great shot as he took off.
There they are waving at us.
Baltimore, Maryland, just northwest of the city. We're going to be flying in towards the city. Probably going to land before the city because
always love those flyovers.
Landing choice is always
sporting event or whatnot.
When you get in that kind of area.
And we have the great Chile Express flights, but those are little planes with smaller engines. They just don't send that the noise and the power. I mean, you can feel those Air Force jets flying overhead.
Yes, it's just that pounding noise. Just get you going.
Just everything's just. And that means we are officially underway with Friday morning special Shapes Day, Kids Day. What a great morning we are in for this morning.
As you mentioned in the past, we have basically two launches. We have here Tristan McLean taking off in the Exxon Mobil Enchanted Horizons balloon.
So we'll watch for his tip
yes,
of the hat.
The tip of the hat's going to come right about now.
There it is. Cowboy hat because it's real easy to see when he tips it to everyone. Yeah.
Using those turning vents we've talked about numerous times.
And there's his banner number, 599. And our Rainbow Riders balloons. They're about midway down the field. And keep things safe.
Yeah, so I was about to say that before Tristan launched. We have basically two launches going off towards the north end, the middle of the field, and then the south end will launch in those rows, and you'll see that three-row rule starting. If you can look beyond, there's the Rainbow Riders. You're seeing them go off right now. But from our vantage point on the rooftop studios, you can start to see the other balloons beyond Tommy McConnell and the Coca-Cola balloon.
When we get our balloon camera in the sky, a lot of times we'll be able to point that out to you. Balloons standing up, balloons in the cold inflation stage, and then balloons that are stretched out, and then even behind them, balloons that are still on the truck.
Coming in.
That's right.
But you should get a great shot of some special shapes that are on the field if they elect to stay and not fly. You know, the wind conditions need to be almost perfect for those larger balloons. So like this is Zober balloon and or Arabelle, they want to be very safe, and so
the wind's picking up
those
here.
staying on the field.
Didn't take long.
But you never know. The pilot gets a little excited.
When they inflate, get up and fly away. Okay, we saw it, we went that way, and then people on the other end see it. But this way, by standing on the field, you guys. Well, there goes Tom McConnell in the Zia balloon, while Diane Kinderwater has found someone else having a great time here at Balloon Fiesta. Diane?
Here we go. Okay, I'm counting my layers. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 layers on because we know in Albuquerque you dress in layers at Fiesta. But if you don't have layers, you could use a space blanket like Noel and Liz from Golden, Colorado have. Tell me about, did you have this in your car for an emergency?
We were cold yesterday when we came in, so.
How's it working?
Works good. Yeah, it's nice. And it's light and easy to carry. And it attracts cameras.
It's bright. I like bright. Liz, you're happy, Liz.
Yeah, I was real happy he was wearing it as we were crossing the
Got a lot of people looking at you. Well, it attracted me and Balloon Fiesta Live. But actually it works. It keeps you warm.
Yeah, works good.
Well, you're from Colorado. A jacket, a coat, a parka?
Got a fleece. That's it. Just a little fleece.
You heard it was going to be 88 degrees here in Albuquerque today, so you decided to have you. You got the best seat here. You really do. Coming back. This is the best seat. We did this on another TV interview. We're on the far west side, right by the golf course and the dunes, and this is the best place. Shh, shh. I said, don't tell anybody, right?
Don't tell anybody.
People from Colorado discovered it. That's pretty amazing. They're from Colorado and they found it.
Thank you.
You're going to be stripping that off pretty soon, I imagine.
Yeah.
Right before the morning, right before the sun rises.
Have a great day.
Thanks, Diane.
Don't get too close to the burners with that. You may go airborne with one of those space blankets. Yeah, you could. Peek down to the south because the way we have our stage set up this year, we're kind of facing the south back behind us. And at this point, I don't see any component of a box. They seem like they're all stayed fairly low, but again, the sun has not crusted the Sandias, so see many chances for the next half hour. Competition starts at 8 a.m.
And it is those competitors that are going to be more concerned about the box, because if their first target isn't quite right, or if they're not lined up right, they can go back up and try it again. Those are the balloons, these balloons that are launching now. Marking checking the bucket list items, or just having a great flight off the field. And now they'll go find a nice landing site in the city, or maybe even on the other side of the wide open areas. And we'll just continue to watch folks get airborne. Here's one of the Rainbow Riders right over the head as we see the PNC back. And off to the left, the latest in the series of World Balloons. Sid Cutter, founder of the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta, and it was World Championships was his company because they were putting on the first and the second World Championships. Later became World Balloon Corporation, and so he made balloons with the world, and there were a number of those. And so now we have Beautiful World, and Beautiful World has not only the flags of all the places around the world that Sid and his have been, but also there are pins and on the maps of places that were special to the two of them.
So I hear Diane is working a crown line or on a crown line. Diane, what do you have for us down there on the field?
Well, I'm finding you and our worldwide audience a lot of contrast here at the Balloon Fiesta. As I told you, I had my 6 or 7 layers. We saw the gentleman from Golden wearing a suit. And now I've got Cliff here, shirtless. Cliff, he's working really hard right now. I know why he doesn't have a shirt on, because he's going to tell us. He's been crewing over 20 years, and he's really working hard for Lofty, the balloon Cliff. Very unique. I've never seen this in my 30-plus years of coming to Balloon Fiesta, a shirtless crew member.
I've been here every year, and we've been in C9. We even did the old field.
Well, we're telling people why you're shirtless. You can't go away.
I'm shirtless because I build up a lot of heat when I run down. I run long distances in a week. Facing the 5-hour pace group leader.
But you ran
You're
to the
at
field
67
today.
knots, bro.
My house is about
What
5
the
miles uphill, so it's a 4-mile run downhill. So it's not very strenuous, but I build up a lot of heat. I will get cold, and that's our 1960 Balloon Fiesta, and I'll ride in the back, and I will actually put this on and zip it up.
But it got a little. You told me it got a little sweaty when you ran down here, so you had to take it off because it got cold. Your shirt.
It's a different shirt, yeah. So the different shirt's pretty light because it's wet. You take it out, it's flat wet because when I run down.
How wonderful and very strenuous. I mean, you run, but then being a crew member with that line.
Yeah, running crown. I mean, mostly you just use your body weight. If you get a good hold on it, you just lean back. And
Thank you so much, and good luck in the Duke City Marathon coming up next Sunday. I'll be running it too. Not the marathon. People say, "Oh, you're running the Duke City." Well, the 10K.
well, there you go.
And I'm with the stopper, cloppers, and geezers at the very end of the line. They're all squeezing and that's me. I'm with them, so you'll be passing by me a few times, I'm sure.
Sounds good, Diane.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thanks for stopping. Bye. Back to you in the studio.
Part of the lofty balloons that Gary Graff piloting, and there's the beautiful world balloons.
Yep,
we
splash
talked
dash
about
in
a
their
few
pool.
That is the lightning detector part of the weather station here on our route. And it's not moving very fast.
Nope, not
like we
much
have
different
seen.
than yesterday.
Again, this is Special Shapes Day, and so we see a number of special shapes actually starting to inflate on the east side of the field as the Infinity balloon went flying by. Look at these tops.
Yes, that's Barks.
Barks and Wags.
Wags, yeah.
With the dog bones. You mentioned the dog bones.
Oh.
Wags was here
Gotcha.
last year, joined this year by Barks. Retrievers, and they close
their nose.
The nose has been made as a little
Clean your pool.
Four Rainbow Riders ride balloons going off just off the right side of the screen. Cottywomble. We've talked about Mike Heffron and his balloon.
And I notice he's using the turning vents more because obviously we got that phone call or that text off to him, so maybe we'll be able to get a better shot as he comes closer to the rooftop studio.
And what we're looking for is the fact that his basket is equipped and they have put plexiglass as part of the side of the basket so that if you are in his
Baltimore
basket
down
in a
in the
wheelchair,
distance.
you can still see out. So we're going to watch him as we continue to launch a number of our regular shaped balloons. We get the field cleared of these balloons and our special shape standing up, then our competitors will be cleared to come into the field competition scheduled to start at 8 o'clock.
Well, you'll be up here in the nice warm rooftop studio.
If I had a chance to create my own balloon, my colors would be neon green, electric blue, silver, white, and black. Like the black trim, and just have the colors fill in like different design. Oh, wow.
We have a spotter, we have a camera spotter, we have our camera. Maggie's flying and rings tossing and balloons shaping
Excuse me there, guys.
A little bit slower than it was yesterday, hopefully. So our competitors needed. Yesterday they had a little bit more difficulty. You know, being a pilot, not getting below 75 feet before you get over the field was difficult yesterday because of the wind speeds. Hopefully that will change today, especially as the sun comes over the Sandias and mixes down.
I thought that little shear you hit a second ago.
From the 52nd annual Albuquerque International Hunter Balloon Fiesta, powered by
ExxonMobil. And Henry Rosenbaum has just
I
sent
think
me
Baltimore's
the
over that way. We're going to a different little
as
city
we
area, like the
predicted,
northeastern
the
part of
pools are now
Baltimore.
going to be worth $2,000 each. So you get a ring on there. That's going to be hesitation waltz configuration. So basically the same exact setup as yesterday that pilots are going to have an opportunity to come in, ring the pole, win money, throw your X
Oh no,
on the
there's a
marker,
bunch of
get
water
big
right
points,
there.
and be in the money, the overall competition, as well as the daily competition, because we've divided our pilots into groups, and so you can be a group winner, you can be an overall daily winner, and then you're into the overall for the entire 4 days. We're awarding all of that tomorrow, about 11 o'clock. You and I will be the awards. We will not do that live, but we will get it up so that you can go back and watch that.
And, you know, Troy Bradley, we heard in the fact that the wind
ride on your trails, like a whoop whoop.
For as much as JW and Rhonda have consented together in marriage and have witnessed the same
Shit,
before
shaker
us,
pattern is pretty
have
dope.
pledged themselves to each other and declared the same by giving and receiving
Mine
a
will
ring,
be a whole
I announce to
different
you
like.
that they are husband and wife. You may
I
greet each other
have
with a
different
kiss.
sections, and each section will have like a different design, but the outer line design and the inner outer line design will be more thick but pronounced. Kind of add the definition and the in-depthness to the rest of the colors and the design.
You want to get married?
And then I call her the Looking Glass.
I've seen some tuxedos around here, JW. JW works at the Carlsbad Chamber of Commerce, and his lovely bride, Rhonda, has been out here at Fiesta. Congratulations, Rhonda. Who is all here celebrating your wedding today?
Got all of our family. He's got lots of friends.
Gustavo and them invited us to fly in Brazil soon. They're gonna let me know more about it. They're definitely gonna try to make it Sunday evening for the competition flight in Dover, Delaware.
Fiesta. JW again with the Chamber of Commerce, Stephen and his beautiful bride, Rhonda. They met in Carlsbad. She was from Texas, and they have all their cousins and friends and family from places and around the country. At Fiesta.
They got some power towers down
Bring it to
below.
you. It's Bloom Fiesta Live.
Heads up, kind of hidden in the forest, just in the shrubbage.
If you forget your anniversary, you're in trouble.
Yeah, you're right.
I have to tell you, the 6 degrees of separation for
I
Ted.
forget my anniversary every time because I'm not married. I never have been never will.
Did you guys get all that
crap?
So Chris, we've talked about the Gornflows. Wrong Way is the father of Chris and Michael Gornflow. Michael flies airflow out here.
No, there's hidden fields and locations
They moved from Albuquerque
to drop
to
into.
Florida. I saw them downstairs. I hadn't seen them in forever. The kids are grown.
Yeah, we're in the thick of them, but
At the end of the day, their house is good. Everything's fine down there. But they said, hey, we're here for a wedding. So we sent them out there. So congratulations to JW and Rhonda for their wonderful day here at the Albuquerque International Weekend. A day they better not forget.
As well as, I think that's the second wedding we've engagements going on there as well. Hey, the local ABC affiliate, Channel 7, KOAT, they are broadcasting our
and the way the wind was blowing, I wanted to like fly more into the city, but I was hoping the wind was coming from the south. But it's not. So if we decided to take off from the city or just north of it, we would be over water pretty much for the rest of the flight. So trying to fly like somewhat into the city.
Congratulations to Vince. We saw Doug Gant take Hamlet out of here a few minutes ago. There's Arabelle. Pegasus, the pig with the sunglasses. And more of our shapes look like they might be flying today.
Yes.
In fact, there goes Wags and Barks. Amarillo we see from here, and also the carnival balloon.
Mark Meyer from Bassett, North Carolina. We talked about him.
And tomorrow we're going to be in Salisbury, Maryland. It's on the southeast part of the state, closer to New Jersey-ish.
That has the sad clown face.
Or Delaware, one of them. Fuck, I don't know anymore. Shit. I quit paying attention a long time ago. It's too expensive to pay attention now. Wow.
They're coming down
Yeah,
south, they're coming into the city.
Salisbury,
today. We don't
Maryland.
see much of a box of anything at
Good
all. I
little,
don't see anybody
little
else
spot.
coming back.
I think we'll see most of our competitors start north and try and work their way
Like
in.
a small town-ish, but like a lot of landing opportunities. 360 around.
That is Vampirella.
Schlahorn has Humpty Dumpty in the sky.
We're now above the power towers, clearing them now. My boy done got a whole west turn up there.
Evo, our friendly blue little monster guy.
Slide over burn, but oh well. It means I won't have to burn for a moment.
So we're launching not only special shapes, but regular shapes.
Yeah, that's the city of Baltimore down there on our right. And that's, I guess it's like a big ass lake or something. Just know if we decide to fly past the city, better make sure you got enough fuel to get to the next land, which that would be. We still got a long way to go, obviously. This is what I'm talking about. By the time we get this area, we're out of fuel close to it. But there's places and stuff. You can land in cemeteries if you want to land in cemeteries if you're feeling lucky.
Shirtless people.
All kind of
people
shit.
in space blankets.
Tons of kids.
And a wedding. So.
I want to do it here, but I know that's not what
All
I
right,
see.
Diane.
So I'm over here with the balloon chain gang, and I said,
Alright, so pretty much.
"Where's the pilot? Where's the pilot?" Going around looking for the pilot because I didn't expect such a beautiful pilot as in Margaret from Idaho.
My mom, she's been watching every day.
Still going over more. I'm just trying to mark myself and see
Yeah, she's a
what
good
this.
fan.
Where does she live?
Louisiana, Shreveport, Louisiana.
Watching now, she's gonna see you. Again, it was so funny. You laughed at what I was looking at. Where's the
This
pilot? Where's
Baltimore,
the
I mean,
pilot?
it don't look like much from far distance on the map, but we're fucking right
The
there.
owner of the balloon.
Should coming in
My
quick.
husband, Lloyd Wright. My husband is Tom Wright. And my sons are both pilots also.
Yeah, so pretty much I'm going parallel with this. Got a field there. Got some opportunities there. Maybe there's a lot of fucking houses there.
We're going to launch those two first. They have this all coordinated with us over here. We're going to launch those two first to get
More cemeteries. There's a lot of cemeteries in there.
Room, Margaret?
I mean, landing opportunities starts to dwindle out tremendously.
But in this case, they're going to let the pie balls go.
Yeah, I'm still going over.
They have beautiful pilots over there as well. We're not sure.
They're handsome. And they're kind.
Yeah.
And we all get along in D7. So it's nice to be here.
My son flying that one, Tommy Wright. So this is the family affair.
It is. Oh, a family event, because this is my uncle, who's also a balloon pilot from Wyoming, and he taught me to fly.
Andy.
I taught her some of what she knows, and then she took it from there.
Watch you still take off. Appreciate it. Congratulations.
This entire field is, and so the roads start right down here by us. We're talking about road A, and then all the way up to road W on the other end of the field. If you're all the way over on Main Street, we start with row number 1, and it goes all the way to row number 11 on the far west side. So D7 is going to be back 4 rows from the south end, and in 4 rows from the west side, or 7 rows from the east side.
Well, you can imagine everyone here rows and being friendly with one another. You actually have pilots throughout here that request to be around their friends at certain areas. So you have your people in like Q9 or LA.
Almost slapped that bitch.
Great shot. You got Meow Wolf to the left down there, intelligent design flying over out front of the field.
Bob the lighthouse standing up. There's Lulu on the right-hand side with our cheetah.
got the damn thing in my way.
That's looking south. Those larger ride balloons are just kind of still. Exactly what Brad Tiemeyer and the crack team talked about in the pilot's briefing earlier.
Well, we got power towers ahead.
Serious hours, and we appreciate everything.
There goes Mark Yoakum in Air Rocky Top. The blue sky and the green mountains. And we're starting to get
Yeah,
some heat.
Shreveport's only 5.5 hours from me. Don't go to Shreveport. It's a shit. It's a shit show. It's no. Stay away
Now
from
that
that
they've
place.
launched the 2 balloons in front of
Trust me. Never get a hotel in Shreveport. Never get a hotel in Shreveport.
And have a great flight.
Have fun, Margaret, from Victor, Idaho.
I thought with the right name, the blue with the kind of square chains on it. There's a regular shaped one like that. You see it right there on the screen. There's a racer that has that type of design.
Just
as
took
well.
off. Just
Got a
took
hold
off.
down west wind now.
You got to see him.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. All the way down to Shreveport, Louisiana.
There you go. And thanks for being a big fan, Mom. We appreciate that.
There's that sun. It's not gotten to the field yet, but those balloons that are up. I think this is Pat Irwin right here.
It is. Balloon up there and attempt to fly over the field and bring a pole and drop a baggie on 5 poles as well. So again, about 250 of our balloons have gone elsewhere, as Pat has, and found the perfect launch.
More power towers below us.
What a great shot.
Yep. And look, the
Looks
sun
like
is
just
getting
haven't
the top
crossed it
balloons.
yet.
The lower ones aren't quite in it yet as we see the sun work its way.
Oh, we just
We have
swapping
passed
spots, huh?
sunrise. It just has to get a little bit higher to get over. We were talking with
I'm
Dave
so
and,
overburning right
Kathy
now.
Reineke last
So I'm
night.
trying to get higher
They
altitude
used
real
all
quick
that
so I
balloon
could peep any landing spots in the future heads of
Now
us.
they I see, in fact, I see it on the south end of the field.
Honestly, I shouldn't be flying because I only had like an hour and a half of
There's
sleep last
Bandit,
night
Diane
or this
Carlson.
morning.
Yeah, shout out to the ladies at the Plano Pin Company tent out there. They said, man, we sure miss you out there. But I told them how to listen live. So hopefully they're listening live in the tent. We have the Blauser Swiss Blue balloon right over the top of the rooftop studio.
We got you, man.
That's Rick Pendle. Annabelle, Pennsylvania. Hey, hello, Pennsylvania.
Later in the competition, we'll see the regular shape. At the target every day this week.
Although he was a special shape yesterday getting into Fiesta Field.
Yeah.
Making those terminal descents, kind of questioning mark out that balloon.
So the ground level
Now-
does
now
turn
Diane
from the
has animals.
from the west, so
no,
it
not
goes
a cow
to
this
the
time.
east.
Not a cow, but it is black and white.
Yes, Diane, who do you have first?
I got Kat, the launch director, and I stopped because he was so adorable there. And you're saying that passengers the all-important instruction. Hey, tell Tad to get back on the field. Get back on the field, Tad.
Ready, Deborah? Let's get you out here. All right, watch out, folks. I'm going to be coming through to come.
Now, there goes Kat. She's getting all the field clear, and now we got Deborah. She's busy. Let's watch her launch.
Let's see. Now I see water fast approaching, and I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to start looking for a place to land. 43% fuel. We have been flying for 34 minutes. It's not bad. I'd rather have a short, good flight than a long, crazy, oh shit flight.
I think that's a straight up balloon team from Fort Worth, Texas, to the right there. And you have pics. That's Jim and Lisa's the Williams.
And I'll try to peek in on your live stream tonight, Chips. You can still be here in Baltimore, whatever you want to do, you know what I mean? But fly one for me, and I'll be back in the morning.
Sun's about to get us to field here any moment, but it's
And there goes Alicorn.
There you see Olaf, and we got some, ask and we shall receive from all of our viewers as well. Malcolm White sent me something about, and a little bit of trivia from Ireland. Olaf the clown was designed and built by an Irish pilot. Barstown Camp, a charity for disadvantaged children created by Paul Newman, the actor. Passed away far too young from a cancer years ago. So why Olaf? Its original registration was G-Laugh, so golf. Less unpicking and resewing. So thank you, Malcolm, for that bit of trivia.
And we got that shot just in time because little dog just kind of stood up right in front of him. And there's Alicorn. And they
I guess that west wind's gone.
And they're a little bit higher
like
now, but it
closer to
didn't
the
take them
ground.
very long to get off the ground, and the sun is there. And now the sun is actually starting to hit the middle of the field on the south end. There's one of our frogs. Tribal ballooning is the backside of snorkel, and just kind of over the top before the frog stands up.
That's Kermit. Kermit the frog.
Yeah.
From Denver, Colorado. One of the Monahan Airways special stations from upstate New York.
And the
Probably gonna pop right in front of me.
Yes, that's another one of their balloons.
Gotta stop that shit.
Look at that great shot of the slot.
I always wondered what it would look like in a commercial airport from the Albuquerque International Airport, right around the field, either on your way in or on your way out.
Yeah, it would be cool, but then we couldn't be here. So,
Yeah.
I remember one year I was flying somewhere and they were doing I was flying flying to Phoenix, and I was able to actually get some pictures
Yeah,
of some
yeah.
balloons down there.
I'm sorry.
That's the thing.
Yes.
I just looked on the map and all that last night, trying to figure out which other
You're gonna have a great view of the
town
field.
besides,
Unfortunately, well, you have a
Baltimore to
great
go in.
view.
It's a nice little town.
There are really
There is a
two
good
great
distance.
spots to
What
watch
up, son?
the Balloon Fiesta.
They got a high school
on the field and
football
online.
field or some shit over here.
100%. There's Mazu. Taiwan. The detail in that balloon is amazing.
It is. It is. Hanging down to the earrings and the work on the clothing. That's just that's great.
Yeah, I think the West West score.
Receive Hunter the Fox. Right next to Arabic. Great crowd out here on Kids Day, sponsored by Chick-fil-A on our Friday at the Albuquerque International.
Looks like we're about maybe close to halfway. Are standing up. And joining us here on the rooftop studio, Balloonmeister Henry Rosenbaum.
Good morning, Art. Good morning, Ted. And
Good
to your
morning.
whole crew that's here. Good morning.
Hey, it looks like another great day, huh?
It is a fantastic day. To look back and think we've been flying every day. Balloons in the air. And our nighttime activities as well. And we are knocking on wood that the weather looks good for the rest of the weekend as well. So if you're making a decision to come out here, come on out. You're going to see a fantastic show not only tonight and Sunday.
So yesterday as targets, what's up for today?
We have the same thing. We've got the same 5 poles that will be. The unique thing about those poles is that the pilots have a ring, and they've got to be not only close enough, but they've got to be over the poles. It's 30 feet tall. This pole's worth, or this ring is worth $2,000 if they get it over. Envelopes with. The pilots. We didn't have anybody yesterday ring it, so we're going to hopefully today see 20 of these on those poles. So we've got 5 opportunities to ring it.
So the first 20 people to get a ring, $2,000.
Yes, sir.
Wow,
Yes.
that's great.
Yep.
And the markers, of course, contribute to the overall.
Yeah, the markers we have.
What's up, Balloon Hunter?
We have 5 targets.
Yeah, we actually getting ready to land here in a minute.
Each pilot has a marker like
I'm
this.
on
and then they'll have their
31%
name
fuel.
and
I gotta
competition
get a little nap in
on
before
the
I
tail
go.
of the, as we call
Drive
it,
an hour and a half.
And their task is to
Go
throw
do a
it as
dance
close to the
performance.
center
I gotta
of
do
that
that for 3
X
days
that's
in a
on the
row.
ground. And they've got 5 of those in the scoring area, so they can choose any one of those.
You and Chips
And
wanna
as the
fly?
scoring team, we'll measure the scoring area.
But I'll be in the next
Ideally,
morning.
you'd like to be within inches. That's what's going to get you a first place. But if you're at the
I just
end,
got to get a little nap in there before I'm not gonna be able to make it.
yeah, we've actually
Just
seen
haven't-
it.
I haven't signed yet,
nail
so
that,
I can't
that
sleep
marks the
sometimes.
center
It
of the
sucks
X.
so
And
bad.
we've seen it where the baggie is. We call it a center, 0-0 mark.
0-0.
And it's not uncommon to see that, especially with these 200 competitors.
Like
that
I'm
we have
literally
here.
almost
We've
falling
got some
asleep right now
world-class
flying this bitch. That's why I said in real life I wouldn't be flying right now. I wouldn't be
And we've had some rookies come
able
across
to,
that have
well,
scored
legally
very well.
by
We
FAA
noticed as
regulations.
well.
Yes, we've got some rookies that are doing well. We've got some international pilots that are doing well. So
we'll flow
that's
with
the
you
thing
for a
about our
minute.
sport. It's not,
We're just running out of real estate with
all
all this
ages,
number of water.
all people from throughout the world can come and join and take place in this activity, and they'll be in the leaderboard or on the top as well.
So we have a lot of special shapes, about 120 something here, but we have one that's especially close and dear to your heart. You want to talk about Tiny?
It is, and I brought you a pin. I got a pin for all of your crew. It's Tiny the Fire Dog. Back home I'm a I'm always a firefighter, but
I thought he was about to say he was a fire dog.
Firefighter now. But,
Congratulations.
But as the fire service, ballooning was my passion.
trying to land it for football.
Fire dog balloon, and we named him Tiny, and that's named after R.C. Dawson, or Tiny. He was a retired deputy chief who's no longer with us, but we carry his memory with him by naming the balloon after him, Tiny. One of the uniquenesses about Tiny, to remember all the fallen emergency workers, he's got a collar, and that collar has a red band on one side that represents our firefighters and EMS, and then on the other side, blue
Sunday,
line represents our law
Balloon Hunter
enforcement.
Sunday.
And I want to also recognize on the back side,
We're going to be in Dover, Delaware, around at the racetrack area. We're going to have another competition fly-in, so since you're in the mornings, we can have one in the morning time, and we'll try to get a couple more to join, but we are doing another one that evening as well, so just a heads up, brother.
That's to remember all of the emergency services providers that will come to EMS. And then the last thing is, on the back of Tiny is a message. Move over. Let's move over. 6 years ago today, we lost a dear friend and a fellow firefighter. We lost a fellow firefighter back on.
That's not many landing opportunities coming up, guys. Just a heads up. A lot of limits in landing possibilities now.
They were going to carry a move over message. We carry that move over message on many of our balloons. And it's just to remind all the drivers, and more importantly our future drivers, is that when you see emergency workers, you see road workers, you see your mom and dad or somebody's mom and dad changing a tire on the side of the road, slow down, move over, and give them some space. It's truly a tragedy or a drivers, and it's just a and it goes across all public safety, road workers, and even us as civilians.
Got a football stadium and this.
For 6 years, when I was here at FEISTA,
Looks like a soccer, a football, and a track field all in one.
That is truly a message that we can all adhere to when we're driving our vehicles.
So whether it's the full-size Tiny the Fire Dog or the control Tiny the Fire Dog, think about it. Think about our first responders.
Not gonna make that football field, but I'll get close.
And not to take away, but we've got, as you said, 100 plus shapes here. Static, and that's fantastic. And then at 8 o'clock, the competitors will start coming in. So we're putting on a
damn Chips, you back there, son?
Again tonight to do another glow, and back here tomorrow. So it's nowhere else in the world that you can come and see 9 days of balloon activity.
Crazy.
So thank you, your crew, for
Chuck
everything.
There's Zymer. I've seen him several times.
Henry Rosenbaum, our balloon meister. I know you got to get
I'm
back
actually headed into the football stadium. Holy shit.
Our competition coming up. And thanks to all the safety officials on your team for all the work you're doing.
Thank you very much, both of you, and all of you behind the scenes. Thank you.
See you on the field.
All right, thanks, Henry. So as our special shapes get, I see Smokey Bear standing up there. We saw this out there. The zebra there as well. I saw the macaws go by.
We just had Buster the Bulldog fly over.
Way right there.
Animals, everything you can imagine. Yeah.
And including Diane Kinderwater down there on the field.
Uh-oh.
Diane's been waiting patiently. Thanks, Diane. Anyway.
So far, so good.
We saw this lovely lady, part of the Wild West Girls
Oh,
Club,
so
and they
sleepy.
are celebrating the Girls Club right here on Balloon Fiesta Park. Thank you so
The
much,
slowest
ladies,
landing
and
ever.
what attracted
Landing
me to them,
approach
they were
ever.
doing all these selfies. Let's do this. And Kevin, selfie. That's what we're from. LA says.
This has been on her bucket list for I
Years from me. Much younger than you are. They are celebrating here. They are from UCLA, and they haven't seen each other for how long? 20 years. We're out here.
20 years.
have the girls club.
Gotta go over the field goal post. It's not really, I'm kind of go beside it. We got it down anyway.
With the National Service, asking one thing that we need to correct. Of course, your buddy the bison, but they always say Smokey the bear, but we all know it's Smokey Bear, correct? Come on.
Right. I'm gonna drag, so just in case you don't make it over here, Chips and Scooby.
We're all doing the buddy bison dance. What's that, buddy?
Just dragging along. I'll lay you down here right now. Look, really steady dragging. Tearing up the whole football field. School's pissed. Nice. Beautiful flight this morning. And we flew for 50 minutes.
At the 52nd annual Albuquerque International Blue Fiesta, powered by ExxonMobil. Again, our crew does a fantastic job with our production, getting the shots that you need to see on the air. Turning out to be a fantastic day. The sun is now hitting the middle of Fiesta Field. Everybody's smiling down there. We had a smiling balloon meister, Henry Rosenbaum, up on the deck with us earlier. You know, it's all nice when everything goes well, Art,
and it's definitely doing that today.
It is. I wonder if Elvis is going to leave the building here.
We don't know. There's Crispy Bacon.
Crispy Bacon.
Screen, but I always have to shout him out. The balloon that I fly.
All right, here comes Joe Chips.
Sunrise, Barbara Peter, Barbara.
Oh, he's on target too.
Peter Cuneo, the yellow one with the vertical red and blue stripes. For those of you who may see that balloon, that's the one I get to fly throughout the year. There goes
Sequel. Yep. You know, it's funny, as a child, I can remember all the names of the balloons, and as, you know, we grow up in life and you have other jobs and other responsibilities, parents, so on and so forth. You kind of lose track of that now, and I feel like a kid again up here.
And the big hug with the elephant and the bear. Somebody on the feed the other day chatted, wouldn't it be nice to see that not only with elephants and bears, but with people around the world?
Yes, absolutely.
Ted, I think the field is about clear of regular balloons, and I think it's time to kick you out of here.
You'll get better at it, balloon hunter.
Send you down into the middle of competition. And as we heard from Henry, and as we've mentioned, we're expecting, we will have 5 poles, 5 X's, and about 250 balloons all coming at them, trying to get their share of $2,000.
A lot of envelopes of money out there too.
Get the ring, get the envelope
so tired.
tomorrow on Saturday.
Maybe I should take the ring down.
You know, I think that'd be great. What's our banner number? We could be 000.
Yes.
Yeah, because no one goes lower than that. Because number 1
or minus 001.
Well, maybe. Yeah, I could do that. Because the banner number 1 is David Strassman, flies one of the Swiss balloons. He was the overall champion last year, so we could better that at 000.
And before I head down there, I
might be Amanda too.
Could be.
Yeah.
We still got 10 minutes. I will get down there in the middle of the field.
Get down there.
Leave it up. Knock the win when I get to the middle
Good
of the field.
shit,
All
man.
right, good luck down there. Be safe.
Good
and bring
shit.
us the great pictures. But we'll take the camera down there with Ted.
Yeah, no, it's such they need to fix this crap. It's so annoying.
And we can bring it all to you right from the center of the field.
Where's Balloon Hunter?
Someone asked if that is the Roadrunner down there. We call the Roadrunner CD, but I do see him down there. It's one of the Blue Crew balloons. The regular shape.
You probably caught in a shear.
Maribel has to have pretty calm winds to be able to fly. At 220,000 cubic feet. And as long
Trying
as
to find you. Oh, you're over here. He done passed us up.
Oh, well.
Got a little spot or two here. You're really not going to have much anything else to land. I mean, you got a couple of areas, but the chances are very thin.
Bacon is behind them. There is we see the eyelashes, that would be splash.
You might want to make it this baseball stadium over here. Field, nah.
Muddles the boy balloon, the companion balloon. Splash the female. So a red skirt at the bottom and eyelashes.
He's got that dead wind now, but he's coming right. He might be able to drop. I don't know. He got this landing area here. He can come in.
There's Snowbird. The other penguin that dresses up and takes his bright shirt and his camera with him. Zozobra standing up over Mr. Z. Zozobra, a tradition here in New Mexico, called Old Man Gloom. And every early September, there is an entire festival around Old Man Gloom. Zozobra. People put their troubles
Let's go, Scooby.
and their worries
You got this.
and tears
Whoa.
on paper.
Come on, nowhere. Dun, 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 dun. No, what happened?
A little bit shorter than our
Oh.
balloon.
I was going to try to get a picture.
And he is set afire. And
Oh, he's going in
go up
fast, son. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting.
Photobombing the picture. And there's a shot of Zozobra from the side. So this is the 100th anniversary of Zozobra. And so the city of
Boom.
Albuquerque,
Oh, pine tree, pine tree.
Santa Fe,
Ooh.
Santa Fe, Kiwanis,
Pine tree.
got together,
Pine tree.
raised some money, and built Zozobra.
That's crazy. You got a whole gust come out on you.
Yesterday on the stream.
Oh, look, guys. Man, like I said, I appreciate y'all coming to hang out. I got to get a little nap in. I got 3 hours worth of driving to do. I got performance to do, and I got to do that 3 days in a row. So I'm gonna be a little tired, a little. Alright, I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Y'all have an awesome kick-ass day, and I shall see y'all tomorrow morning. Y'all go hit up Joe Chip's YouTube channel. He gonna be flying tonight, and yeah, go show him some love. So, bye, man, gaming. Have a great day.